Hello students. Now in this lecture we learn about the function of a computer. Data is entered into a computer using input devices. Whatever you have turned into your computer, that can be using with the input devices. Whatever the data you have used to store in a computer, that can be entered into a computer using input devices and output devices. There are two devices. With the combination of these two devices, the function of computer can be used. Now data or instructions are used in computer in its memory and processed or use them as and when required. Data or instructions, whatever the information, whatever the data, whatever the instructions are stored in a computer in its memory. The computer is storing all the information, all the data in its memory. It's processed or use them as and when we require. When we need to access that data which is stored in a computer, that can be a function of a computer. So the basic function of computer is collecting input from the user and give the output to the user as per the requirements of the user. Data is processed and converted into useful information. Whatever the data we have saved in your computer, that can be processed and converted into a useful information. For example, in Excel, if you have written down 10 students data, that is the information of the students, that can be converted or that can be filled in your Excel as and when we access that information. We can access the information of particular students of that data. Output is generated as per format. Whatever the data you have saved in your computer, as per our requirement, as per user requirement, output is generated. For example, suppose if we want to store the data in Excel format, but we want to send data to other person or the other system in a PDF format, we can convert it in the Excel into the PDF format and we can send to the other person. So that conversion part is also a function of a computer. Now control mechanism is established for controlling all the functions. Yes, as and when the the things has to be controlled by the computer, that controlling the controlling function can be done by the computer. All of the function, all of the things, whatever are functions or whatever are the routines of a computer, can be controlled by the controller in a computer. There is a computer controller through which the computer can control its mechanism. Like for example, it controls the mechanism of operating system. Is control the mechanism of taking input and giving output. So all the functions what are done by the computer, that can be controlled by the controlling function of computer. Now we can divide computer in a hardware and software part. There are the main basic two parts of a computer, that is hardware and a software. Hardware parts of a computer which we can see, which we can feel, which we can touch, that part is called as your hardware part. Hardware part consists of keyboard, mouse, joystick, microphone, camera, printer, monitor, hard disk, CD, DVD, CPU, motherboard, RAM, etc. are known as a hardware. These all are the example of hardware can be seen in your regular day-to-day base life, which we can see, which we can touch. That part is called as your hardware. Now software, which we cannot touch, which we cannot feel, means which we are using the software for filling the data, for getting the information, but we are not dealing with that part actually. That called as your software part. With the software we can do the programming to create that thing, to create that programming, to create that application, through which we can access our data, but we cannot touch that application. That called as your software part. Then system software and application software are the example or the types of software. Now software have consist of system software and application software. Now what are the system software? System software that is generated with the system, that is embedded in a system. Whenever we are purchasing the computer, whenever we are purchasing PC, and at that time we are embedded with some software, that software is called as your system software. For example, if you have buy the computer, if you have buy the laptop, but if you have don't installed operating system on it, so it won't be able to do the task whatever you want to do. So the operating system is your system software. Without system software your system cannot work, so that software is called as your system software. So basically the OS coordinates the different hardware components of a computer. The software is needed to coordinate with the hardware part to run the computer. So operating system is a software used by the computer to translate inputs from a various source into a language which a machine can understood. Machine can understood the language of its own language, it can be understood. So we have to convert our human language into the machine language, and that can be converted by the operating system, and operating system is a system software. So there are many operating systems are available in the market. As you know, the Microsoft is the best and latest operating system which we can use in a computer. Then Unix, it is also a good part, it is also a good OS that we can use in a computer. Then Ubuntu, then your MS-DOS, Android 4, which is also called as a KitKat, Android 5, which is also called as a Lollipop, Android 6, which is also called as a Marshmallow. As for example, suppose if you want to buy an mobile, if you want to buy a mobile, for that mobile, if we are checking the features of a mobile, we are checking the operating system as well, because with the updated operating system, upgraded operating system, your phone will be upgraded. So through the operating system your phone can be justify that your phone is upgraded or not. If the phone is upgraded but the operating system is like update is not updated, then your phone is not upgraded. So when we are buying the phones, we are checking the operating system, we are checking the RAM, we are checking the ROM, we are also checking its capacity, its power supply. So these all are types of your system software. So system software are basically those software without which the system cannot run at all. All the software, all the system software should be taken into consideration when we are buying a new product or new PC or a new system to work or to do the task as per our requirement. So these all things are called as a system software, which are built into the system when it is developed or when it is embedded. After that, the second one is your application software. A normal user rarely gets to see the operating system or work with it. Obviously, a normal user cannot see as a software part. The normal user cannot see a software part because it is in the system. Operating system we cannot see, but we can feel that operating system, that it's working in your computer because it is getting input from your user and it will give you the output to the user. So through that we can come to know the operating system is there. Likewise, the application software is also there. Application software is like that. When application software comes with the application software comes with the application, that means all the familiar tasks, all to date all the tasks which we are completing daily basis, that can be implemented in your application software. Like popular example of application software are the Microsoft Office suite, which includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Like for example, in Microsoft Office suite, in Microsoft Office you have provided Word also, Excel also, PowerPoint also, Access also, and your Outlook also. So these type of services is provided under the Microsoft Office suite. So that Office suite is an best example of your application software. That means it is providing you the applications to use your data. So we have used this application extensively. Obviously we are using this application in daily routine. Now Internet Explorer, that is also an application. Now without application of Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, yeah, then your Google Chrome, it cannot be work in your while you are browsing the things on the internet. So Internet Explorer is your system generated software. That means what, whenever you are buying a laptop, the Internet Explorer is always there. It is by default installation of Internet Explorer is in your new laptop or new computer. But we want to extend our feature with the Mozilla, extend our features with the Google Chrome. You can download it from the Play Store or from the Google, and you can apply that. So that application is also called as a application software. Email, as I already told you, when you are using Microsoft Suite, in that also you will get a Outlook Express. Outlook Express is like Gmail only, but it is used for Microsoft only. Means when we want to share the mail, we want to share the messages in between the Microsoft user, we can use the Outlook Express. It is a mail facility which can given by the Microsoft. Then it is obvious that all software utilized for working on a computer and classified as an application software. Whatever the software utilizes for your working, for your data storing, and for access of that data is called as your application software. And in application software, antivirus is also there. Now we have come across with the many antiviruses. Now in the market there are many antiviruses applications are present. So that applications are called as your application software. This software will protect your computer, will protect your system by hanging up, or by the data reduction, or by the data broken into the system. So these application software and your system software. So system software are that type of software which are inbuilt in your system, inbuilt in your laptop when you are purchasing that. Like for example, OS is an operating system. There are many systems available in your market. So Microsoft Unix, Ubuntu, MS-DOS, Android, in many versions it is available. So these systems can be called as this software can be called as your system software. Without the system software, your system cannot be work. And after that, we have learned about the application software. You can download it from Google, and you can do your task into the application. That software is called as your application software. It is not compulsory software, but for our daily routine task, for doing your daily routine task, the application software is needed. I hope you have understood both type of software, application software also and system software also. Thank you.